Hey, good afternoon, world. Actually, good evening. This is the man in the black mask, and he's back to talk about one of the most bizarre moments in U.S. history. It's bizarre. You know, this racial intolerance that we still got to deal with to this fucking day, man, with how they treat cops like Kim Potter. Whenever they kill innocent black people, they get leniency, and it just pisses me off. Ex-cop Kim Potter sentenced 2 years in prison for Daunte Wright killing. The way I feel, she should have got the maximum, which is 8 years, what the prosecutor pushed for. She got way significantly less than half of the original projected sentence, thanks to the judge that was lenient against her for a bizarre reason. You know, 24 months with 8 suspended, which leaves 16 months. So she gets a measly 16 months. Jesus fucking Christ, what is the world coming to? Anyway, let me read this article. Ex-cop Kim Potter was sentenced to 2 years in prison Friday for killing 20-year-old Daunte Wright, shooting him when she thought she was firing her taser. Now, let me stop right there. She was stupid to reach for her gun instead of her taser. She was reckless. And it just fucked me up as to how that was downplayed in the courtroom by just giving her way less than the projected sentence that the prosecutor pushed for, which was 8 years. Had this been me or any other black man or woman that did this to a white person, the story would have been different. Even if we didn't get life, we would have got the book thrown at us no matter fucking what. Okay? But Kim Wright got fair game. Why? Because she was white. But this wasn't the case with Derek Chauvin. He got the book thrown at him. Yes, he did. He got 12 to 20 years. Why the fuck couldn't they have done the same thing to Kim Porter? Kim Potter, whatever the fuck her name is. It just gets on my nerves. It really does. With how we're being viewed. Motherfucker. The 26-year Brooklyn Center police veteran was convicted of manslaughter in December for the fatal shooting which took place after Wright tried to flee a traffic stop. Videos from the scene show Potter shout that she was going for her taser, though she mistakenly pulled her pistol. She fired a single shot before realizing her mistake. Man, she should have paid attention. A taser is yellow, and a gun is black. That meant she was too fucking dunderheaded to tell the difference between a taser and a gun. Even I can tell the difference between a taser and a gun. Even a fifth grader would tell the difference. Come on, man. This is just fucked up on so many levels. But if you got an issue with what I'm telling you, then leave a comment under the screen and do it with respect. But I'm too upset to even. I couldn't. This is beyond explainable. This is just too outlandish in so many ways. What the fuck is going on here, for Christ's sakes? Anyway, this is what Judge Regina Shue had to say Friday. Yes, Justice Regina Shue. I saw the clip on TV, but it was bullshit, and I couldn't believe it. This is one of the saddest cases I've had on my 20 years on the bench, Judge Regina Shue said Friday. This is a cop who made a tragic mistake. A stupid one, of course. Why not just say stupid on top of it? That would have really helped. Because what she did was really and truly fucking stupid. Potter, who was put in custody following the hearing, will be eligible for supervised release after 16 months in prison, Shue ruled. The sentence angered Wright's parents, his father calling it a slap on the wrist. Prosecutors asked Shue to give Potter a 7-year bit. And I agree with Wright's father. It was a slap on the wrist. I felt the same way too. I feel that Wright should not have gotten shot like that. He should have been arrested and not shot. Okay? I also felt that Potter, fuck, should have received 7 to 8 years. Okay? Potter should have received 7 motherfucking years of incarceration and not way less than half. Had this been me, the story would be different. Because I'm a black man in America, and it's really mighty fucking hard being a black man in America. I've been a product of racism. I dealt with that shit as a child and as an adult. So I couldn't help but be fucking pissed off. Especially when it comes to the cocksucker system that gives the opposite race and culture special friendly treatment. Those fucking pig cocksuckers. Shu was quick to differentiate Potter from other officers convicted in recent killings, most notably Derek Chauvin, the officer convicted of murder for kneeling on George Floyd. It took 9 fucking minutes to kill poor George Floyd. Had his fucking knee on the guy's neck. Anyway, backtrack to Kim Potter. She never intended to hurt anyone, Shu said of Potter. Had Potter in fact pulled her taser, Shu said, that use of force would have been legitimate. I don't know about that. God damn, man. The fuck is this world coming to? The sentence came after an extremely emotional statement from Potter, who wept openly while apologizing to Wright's family. Now here's what Miss Potter had to say. To the family of Daunte Wright, I am so sorry that I brought the death of your son, father, brother, uncle, grandson, and nephew to your home. You're right, motherfucker. She addressed Katie Wright, Daunte's mother, directly. Katie, I understand a mother's love. And I am sorry I broke your heart. My heart is broken for all of you. Earlier, when you said that I didn't look at you during the trial, I don't believe I had a right to. I am so sorry that I hurt you so badly, she said, her voice breaking. He is not more than one thought away from my heart, Potter said of Wright, and I have no right for that, for him to be in my heart. I do pray that one day you can find forgiveness, she said. Now here's what Wright's mother had to say. Listen, at a press conference following the sentencing, however, Wright's mother said she found Potter insincere. Exactly right. Now, Wright's mother's right on the money. And let me tell you something. If I was Wright's family, I wouldn't forgive that son of a bitch neither. You've been on the force 26 years. You should have been able to tell the fucking difference between the taser and the gun. In fact, you chose to be a fucking dunderhead. And you're only sorry that you got caught and are being held accountable and responsible. That's the way I feel. And I don't give a fuck how anybody else feels at this point. You know what I'm saying? Unless they're on my side. Because I'm in the side of right, and I'm never in the side of wrong. I was on the side of right when Derek Chauvin was given a double-digit sentence. But at the same time, I felt that he should have got at least 25 years to life. And even if not 25 years to life, just 25 years. I felt his sentence should have been in the 20s. Just like Justin Volpe, when he sodomized Abner Louima in the fucking police precinct bathroom. Now, who can forget 1997? Now, backtrack to Katie Wright, Daunte's mother. White women's tears trump justice. Katie Wright, who is also white, said. I thought my white woman tears would be enough. I felt cheated. I feel hurt. Very upset, Daunte Wright's father, Aubrey Wright, said. This lady got a slap on the wrist, and we're still sitting around every night crying, waiting for my son to come home. Wright's mother had earlier asked Chu for the highest accountability in Friday's sentencing. Something that was denied, of course. And it just really blew my fucking mind the way Miss Potter was being treated. She was given fair game when she shouldn't have. An innocent man died on behalf of her, and she only gets 2 motherfucking years. She took our baby boy with a single gunshot through his heart, Katie Wright told the judge, and she shattered mine. Throughout the emotional statement, Wright's mother broke into tears. She referred to Potter only as the defendant because she referred to Daunte over and over again as the driver. As if killing him wasn't enough to dehumanize him, she never once said his name, Katie Wright said before turning to Potter. And for that, I will never be able to forgive you. Fucking A, Katie Wright. You did the right thing. This cocksucker murdered your son in cold blood and didn't do one fucking thing to try to make right by you. Miss Potter did that shit on purpose. Did not even mention the poor guy's fucking name. I mean, come on. Show a little fucking respect, why don't you? Is this how you scar an innocent man's memory? By just not mentioning the guy's fucking name? And this is what Katie Wright had to say at sentencing. She rolled around on the ground, crying for herself. I'm going to prison. I shot a boy. Call my union representative. Katie Wright said at sentencing. Well, Wright was right, though. She was right on the fucking money. She didn't lie about the fact that Potter failed to mention her fallen son's name. And that also told me right there that she only gave a fuck about herself, Miss Potter, and didn't give a fuck about nobody else except herself. Now, a lot of you are going to have an issue with this, but you know what? I don't give a fuck. I'm just telling you how I feel. You understand? At this time, I don't fucking care what other people got to say about this, especially on behalf of Miss Potter. If they're going to side with the fact that Potter did the right thing, well, they can go suck my dick. They wouldn't dare tell that shit to my fucking face. Now, backtrack to Katie Wright. She should have, in fact, said, please go save him. How is he doing? Is he okay? Please help him, Wright's mother said in tears. She didn't even try, Your Honor. Fucking A right. She didn't try, she failed. That son of a bitch failed to make amends with the Wright family. And the best way she could have done so was to just simply mention Daunte's name. And as a result, Katie, the mother of the fallen, will never forgive Miss Potter. And I hope to Christ she never does. Again, if I was a family, I'll be dead before I forget that cocksucker. Ben Crump, Antonio Romanucci, and Jeff Storms, attorneys for the Wright family, expressed disappointment in the sentence Friday. Fucking A. Judge Chu's comments about Potter resembled those of a job recommendation and not that of a senseless and preventable death of a promising life, they said in a joint statement. Wright was killed after Brooklyn Center officers pulled him over for having expired license tags and an air freshener hanging from his rearview mirror. Let me guess, that was the reason why he was executed in the first fucking place. Because of expired license tags and a fucking air freshener dangling from the rearview mirror. I mean, come on, man. That's no excuse to kill somebody. You don't get a death sentence for expired tags and fucking air fresheners hanging from your window. Motherfucker. Evidence at Potter's trial showed officers learned he had an outstanding warrant for a weapons possession charge, and they tried to arrest him when he pulled away. But I'll never understand the bizarreness of how this thing unfolded. Because when this broke last year, I saw it on the fucking news, and I almost had a heart attack. Seeing an innocent man get killed on national fucking TV. Just like George Floyd back in 2020 when we was in the first wave of the coronavirus pandemic. You know? That too fucked me up more than anything. And just like Breonna Taylor, she was killed in the same fashion as Fred Hampton years back in the 60s. Fucking cops killed his ass in his sleep for no reason, and they did the same fucking shit to Breonna Taylor. 52 years later. Jesus fucking Christ. But like I told you, man, a civil war is gonna start. It's gonna be a civil war. Watch, it's gonna be fucking Armageddon. And a lot of people are gonna have trust issues with the police and authority members in general, especially if those had it really rough with authority figures as children. Let alone like myself. I gotta admit, I do have issues with authority because a lot of it was, due to bullying. Because some of the motherfuckers have been known to bully us in ways that they shouldn't, and they call themselves trying to make us better. No, that's like more trying to break us, trying to make us crazy and homicidal or other fuck. So that way, if something happens to people like you, somehow it's never your fucking fault. But next year, Potter's gonna be out of prison, and she's not gonna give a fuck about nothing or nobody after this. And meanwhile, Katie Wright is not gonna get too fucked about Potter, and she shouldn't. That chick killed her son in cold blood over expired tags, a loose air freshener, and some arrest warrants. He got the death penalty for having all those things, and he shouldn't have. You don't sentence somebody to death over some bizarre shit like that. I mean, this is just beyond comprehensible for me. I can't fathom how the shit went down in the first place and why. Nor can I fathom what happened with the Derek Chauvin case, Because he only got 12 fucking years when he should have got 20. I wanted him to at least get 25. And it wasn't even close to that. But like I said, man, this system is just fucking bullshit. See, this whole white privilege thing just gets on my fucking nerves. But like I told you earlier, had this been me or any other black man or woman, the sentences would have been double digits, life sentence or not. Fucking judge would have threw the book at me if I was a cop that shot, Daunte Wright that day, and he was white. Guess fucking what? The judge and every fucking body in the community would paint me as a racist. They're gonna think, oh, that nigger's a racist. That nigger just killed a white man for no reason. Like that. A whole fucking tsunami of heads would have been spinning over the fact that a black man killed a white man on national fucking TV. And trust me, they're gonna put Kim Potter in protective custody when she's in prison. I know that. They're not gonna allow her to mix and mingle with Jim Pop given what happened. Because some other female inmates in there, and a lot of them is black, they're gonna cut her a new asshole. So of course, the guards are gonna do everything in their fucking power to protect that piece of shit. I mean, this is just fucked up, man. So when I come back, right, I'm gonna read this section to you about how Katie Wright stated that she will never forgive Kim Potter. And she's right not to forgive her. So anyway, thank you for listening to the Man in the Black Mask. Those of you that are not listening now, I presume y'all will listen later, and that's okay. I understand y'all got shit to do, and quite frankly, so do I. But in the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a question right underneath the screen. And tell me what you think about this whole story, as confusing as this is. I am very confused by this. And I know some of you are too. And it's okay. I'm with you on that one. The Man in the Black Mask is with you on that. So like and subscribe and comment. And thank you for your service. And tune in next time for Katie Wright and her desire to not forgive Kim Potter. Okay? That's going to be even more interesting to me. Good luck, be well, and have a good day. Thank you. Peace.